Hi, Instagram fam. We're gonna wait just a second and get Facebook on here as well, but thank you for joining me today. We're gonna be talking about delegation. For some people, this is a dirty word. It's the thing that they want to figure out how to master, but it's also the thing that stresses them out a lot. So that's why we have the topic for today's live is if you don't know how to delegate, listen up. I think we've got Facebook on here as well. So as always, if you have any questions for me, please drop them down below. Let me know, send me a DM, all that good stuff. But today we want to talk about a couple of things that I commonly hear with people who are at that stage in their business where they're trying to scale, where they're trying to hire, but they don't know what the next step is or really how to go about it. So I just want you to sit and think and ask yourself this question. Does this sound like you, or have you said this before? I'm afraid if I delegate it, the quality of my services will go down. Or it's easier to just do it myself. Or I'm the only one that can do this. Okay, that's a huge lie. Or I don't have time to stop and train somebody on everything that I do. I just don't have that kind of time. I mean, don't you hear me? I need help, which is counterintuitive. And then I don't even know where to begin or what I could delegate. So these are common things that people say. If you are saying these things in your business and you're at that point of trying to scale and hire, you are not alone. Many business owners that have come before you have said the same thing. So today I want to outline a couple points or pointers to help you to be able to delegate or hire somebody so that you can delegate. I created a little exercise called the delegation exercise. So if you don't have that yet, I'm going to kind of break it down about what it is, but you can also jump, I'll drop the link also below or in this actual live when we post it. We'll drop the link to the delegation exercise so you can actually get it and fill it out because it's a fillable PDF that we created. So yeah, let's talk about what the delegation exercise is and how you can use it to actually figure out how you can start to delegate in your business. So we just have this broken down into actions. The first action is that you need to brain dump all of your tasks by category. Now that seems huge when you just think about it like that, but when you break it down to when you do certain tasks, you're going to be able to see certain tasks that you're actually doing and what someone else could do if they have the proper training, right? So this is going to help with people who feel like, okay, I don't even know where to begin or what I can hand off to someone else, right? Or I'm the only person that can do all of these things. We're going to kind of bust those myths up. So starting with brain dumping your task by category, we're going to talk about daily things that you do. List the tasks that you do on a daily basis. Whether you think you can delegate them or not, list them out. And you can use this exercise to put them down, just kind of brain dump these ideas. Then go down to weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual or even semi-annual basis. So once you have all of these tasks broken down like that, you're going to be able to see, okay, so some of these things are actually repeatable, right? So these are things multiple times a year, times a month, times a week that I could get off my plate and free myself up. Then you also want to think about other tasks, like those kind of one-off or as-needed tasks that you have in your business. Okay, maybe you're not doing them on a regular recurring basis, but there are things that you could do more than once, right? Okay, just brain dump them and list what they are here. The second action that you're going to do is from that list that we've just created, you can ask yourself, okay, what do I absolutely need to keep? What do I need to do? What can possibly be delegated and what could be automated? Now, you may not know the answer to all of those questions, but just kind of run through the exercise and see what comes up for you. So what tasks do you absolutely have to do? No one else can handle that for you. What tasks do you see that someone else with proper instructions or training could do if you delegated it to them? And then what could be automated, possibly using your project management tool, your CRM, using a tool like Zapier or Integromat makes now. So think about those things. What could possibly be automated using those services? Now, you may not know what all automations are available, but if you think that it's something that could possibly be automated, dump it into that category. And we're talking about, like, for example, I use ClickUp. I use some of the automations in ClickUp. I use Dubsado. I use a lot of the automations in Dubsado's workflows. And then when there's something that maybe isn't within one of those tools automatically, I can use Zapier or something like that to connect them. All right, so your third action from here is to now put these items either into your master list or actually putting them into your project management tool, and figuring out, okay, now I can have these broken down into these different tasks. Now I can see who I could actually delegate these to, or who needs to be my first or next hire according to what kind of task these or brackets these tasks fall into, right? So if you want that delegation exercise, you can just click the link that we're going to include or DM me and I can get you the link as well. It's also found in my link tree. Okay, cool. So some questions that I've heard before about this subject is going along with what we've discussed here in the delegation exercise about how you actually go about delegating this to a responsible team member or to the correct team member. So again, once you've gone through this list, you can kind of organize the task into certain subsections. So some are kind of marketing tasks and some are kind of admin or data entry tasks and so on, maybe a tech VA kind of task. Organize them into these blocks, and then you can see either people who are already on your team who could take these things off of your plate, or if you're looking for just kind of a general assistant that might do a little bit of everything, or somebody specific that you're seeing that you need to hire, you're going to have those answers there. From there, I highly recommend starting by documenting the process. You can start by at least creating a video. That video does need to be documented into an SOP that can later be updated if that task changes hands or the way that task is carried out changes, because platforms and softwares and the way that we do things change over time. So start by building those SOPs, but in the very least, start by recording your process while you're doing it. So this isn't wasting time trying to train somebody. You are actually recording it while you're doing the thing, right? Once you actually have SOPs written out, then I love to connect those actually with my project management tool. Now, not saying that you absolutely have to have the SOPs first before you can assign something in the project management tool. That's not necessarily the case. It's just best practice in my own view. If you already have a project management tool and right now you don't have the time to do the documentation, then absolutely you can start adding those kind of tasks, especially recurring tasks, into something like ClickUp or Asana that you might have. So if you have questions about what that looks like, or if you're like, yes, I want to get this done, I want to get SOPs created, I want to figure out how to get things set up in my project management tool or set up my project management tool, we offer services for a lot of what we've discussed today. SOP manuals we offer in a VIP day style or larger packages for larger organizations, and as well as ClickUp setup too. So these things, delegating and hiring and being able to manage your team, SOPs and ClickUp project management tools, etc., really go hand in hand, and being able to make that happen in a very smooth process. So if you have questions about what that would look like, or if you're already partway set up in some things and you need some optimization or an audit of your backend systems, give me or shoot me a DM in the messages in Instagram or Facebook, wherever you're listening at, and we can chat about what that would look like for you and what you possibly might need. Okay, thank you everybody for joining with us. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. Let me know what you are up to this weekend in the, I always say the chat, the messages, whatever, and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.